Hello friends, welcome to today's video. Welcome back, or if you are new, welcome. Hi, my name is Tanya, and in today's video I just wanted to show you again. I don't even know if people are interested, but I just thought this would be a good idea. I don't know, I wanted to share it with you. I really enjoy doing this. It's kind of what I call like a restock or a refill of my home, and it's a little bit different. I think a lot of us know like those classic restocking videos where it's like all the beautiful clear containers and everything, and not that I'm against that at all. Like if you want to do that and you're able to do it, that's amazing. But I think there's a large part of us where, I mean, just to say it, like buying a lot of clear containers is so expensive, like at least, I don't know, for me. And so I just wanted to share with you around my home, especially because we've recently moved to our homestead, and we're trying to save money, and I'd rather put my money towards other things that, you know, matter more to me. And I still like to organize and have my home look nice, but I just wanted to share with you kind of how I restock and how I do that with bulk items, with groceries, but also just with like home products. It's not going to be a super long video, but I just thought I would share that with you if you are interested. I just wanted to share this video with you just to show you kind of, I guess, like a real life home, and that you don't have to spend, you know, bunches of dollars to have these beautiful things. And again, maybe it doesn't look Pinterest worthy, but I'm okay because it's my home. I genuinely live in it. You know, we homeschool, we do everything in our home, and I still, you know, I don't know, I think it works well for us. And I have just found that it's also something very like a routine that I really enjoy doing. I do this about monthly or about every other month, depending. Obviously some things need to be refilled more often, but I have just found it a great way to keep inventory too. And so anyway, I just wanted to share that with you guys today, and I hope that you enjoy it, and maybe it motivates you, inspires you, or I don't know, just you find it entertaining in some way. And if you do, I hope that you maybe consider subscribing before you leave and joining this community. So thank you all so much, and let's get into this video. So I usually always start off in the kitchen. This just seems like a natural place for me to start whenever I do my restocks. And I usually like to start with my spices. Here I'm doing like salt, and you can see I kind of have a lot of Costco size containers and things. And so I prefer to kind of refill with them and then keep them in a separate area. But a few things that I have learned, I've just really been trying to be intentional about kind of restocking and refilling, but also like this whole process. It's been kind of making me think of things. And one of the things that I've noticed is, again, just being grateful and appreciating what all I have, because sometimes we forget how much we really truly have, whether it's in the kitchen or in other parts of our home. So that is one of the first things. And second of all, I've also realized that when I actually do this process of kind of like transferring things, and if people might be wondering like, well, it's in a container, why are you putting it in another container? Besides the fact that I guess I prefer how the glass looks, but we also just prefer to store things in glass containers. We've noticed over the years when we've had things in like store packaging or bags that it comes in, sometimes we get like little bugs or little things. We live on a farm, and so it's just sometimes it's better, I've noticed, to store things in glass, which is also why I prefer it. And then while I'm also doing the process, it's a really great way to know and really take inventory of what I have, what I need. And I just also noticed too, part of that is when you are actually taking the time to touch each product and really move things around, rather than when you're just like looking, for example, like I may glance at the thing, right, or glance at my shelf. It's very different for me, at least for me personally, I have noticed, from when I actually touch the products, move the jars around, see, because I have also learned that for some reason doing that and actually taking that extra step has been really helpful in just helping me remember. And if you are a homemaker, someone, right, that you kind of have that running inventory in your mind of what you have. When I do this physical aspect of actually moving things around and looking about once a month or so, it just helps me to jog my memory to really remember what I have. It's also really great in just showing me another great thing that I've noticed is that to really see what are we actually using. Because sometimes, you buy products with this great intention that I'm going to use this or I'm going to do that. But the reality might be different, right? And so it's just really great, to be honest, like to see, like I've learned some products, like we just no longer buy. I may have the greatest intention, but the reality is that those things just end up getting wasted, right? So like learning, it helps you really learn your patterns, I've noticed, as a household and as a family. This is where our downstairs, like our cellar area, and you can see I have a lot of my Costco size spices and things. This is kind of how I shop my stash. This is my first stop to see, if I may have something down here in our cellar. If I'm really out, then I will purchase it. Also, just taking a minute, I do have a lot of mason jars, but you can see I use a lot of other like old tea jars and just old coffee jars, and that's okay, right? There's nothing wrong with just reusing a good old jar, and I think it's glass, it's good quality. And again, there's nothing wrong if you're able to buy all the amazing matching acrylic containers or whatever containers, but I think there's also nothing wrong with just using old jars. Another thing, this is one of my favorites, it's just little things, but it makes me happy, is this dish soap. And I had just purchased, I think it was a couple dollars, this dish soap at Walmart. But I love, love, love the tube because it was one of those like no drip lids. And I love it. And so I just refill it with my big dish soap that you guys see. And then a little hack, I just love doing this. You'll see me do it again later. I just remove the packaging because half the, I think, aesthetic concept is sometimes it's just that extra, like the wording, the bright colors and all of that. It bothers me. I don't really, prefer it. I understand why, if you get it, you get it. So I just remove the stickers and it works really great. And again, it didn't cost me anything extra and it's just reusing that same container that my soap came in. You'll see a lot of these and I'll try to link them below in the video, but I use a lot of I think it's Ginger Lily Farms is what they're called. I really like their products. We use their dish soap, the shampoo, the body wash. I just like having their big refills. That's for me personally, that's what we've chosen to do. Also, you can see that I really like being able to, another element of this whole restocking thing is I'm able to really control the products that we use and the ingredients that are in them. And for example, like our body products for our hand soap, I have not purchased like a brand new individual hand soap for years. We use Castile soap and a bottle lasts me so long and I just refill it and you can see it makes perfectly great hand soap. This is also another thing is I reused an old body wash container and I just keep refilling it with one of these body washes from Ginger Lily Farms. I found them on Amazon and I've liked them so far. They've worked well on our skin and the shampoo on my hair and for the rest of my family. And again, it's very simple, but I don't know. I've also noticed just having all these products has kind of streamlined the process. I know some people, may love, like just getting tons of body products, and that's okay. Like you can see, I have a few other things as well. I think it is fun. There's something fun about trying a new product, a new scent. But I think it's also okay, depending on your season of life, or just, it's okay to just use the same thing over and over, right? It's okay. You don't need to always feel this pressure that you have to buy the latest shampoo or the latest scent or the latest whatever. It's okay to just use the same thing over and over, right? Which seems silly to say, but I feel like sometimes, especially these days, so many people get caught up in that it has to be different. And it doesn't always have to be different, right? So again, those are just the 3 things I use in our bathroom, and they last us for months and months. That's the other thing is I also have found doing this process, since we streamlined with these few products, it's also a lot more affordable for us. I'm not having to buy and restock all these individual bottles and sprays and whatever it is. I just have these few things. I mean, maybe a time here and there if it's something new, right? But this is pretty much our go-to. I also like to do kind of a restock or recheck inventory on this little medicine cabinet thing that I have. This is kind of my area. And you can see I'm by no means a minimalist, but again, this is also a great way to check like if I ran out of a perfume or certain body product. And a challenge I've also made for myself is that I want to use up what I have before I purchase something new when possible. And one little thing that I noticed is that I had all these, little samples and deluxe samples. And a lot of times these just kind of get lost or, thrown away, whatever. So I put a little bin. And what I've been doing is every month I've kind of been going through and shopping my stash essentially. And it's just a fun way to get kind of like new products with stuff that I already have, which has been really fun. And yeah, I just have really enjoyed it. So I recommend go through and maybe even divide what you already have and like just go through it monthly. I'm telling you, like it just kind of makes it fun. And this is the same thing. I had like a bunch of little perfume samples that I had gotten. So I put them in one little container and it's so fun because I have a lot of these are like very like luxury perfume samples and it's so fun just to try. And also just to see what I really like and not. But oh, so hopefully you guys enjoyed seeing a little bit of how I do this and inspires you, motivates you to kind of enjoy the ordinary and to see what you already have and how can you refill and inventory your home with what you already have or maybe just free options that may be all around you. So yeah, hopefully that inspires you guys a little bit. And again, I'm not, I've to each their own, but this is just kind of to inspire you a little bit to share kind of what I've been doing. Because again, you guys can see I'm not like a minimalist, but I've just noticed that this has really brought me a lot of joy in my home and has simplified and has helped us to save money in a lot of ways as well. So you guys know I like to be frugal on my channel when possible. So thank you guys so much for watching. See you in the next one.